Gonna show you guys how to bounce back from an L, how to keep it simple, don't change anything, same strategy, same process, same system. You just gotta keep being confident. One loss does not determine or does not mean your strategy doesn't work, and it doesn't mean that you suck. So I'm gonna show you guys how I made back my loss from Friday here today. So pretty simple setups today. On ES, we knew we had to buy to sell. If you guys watched the recap and overview that I made, we had to buy to sell, which is the M here, and then we had the premium hourly level here. As you guys can see, we tapped the hourly premium, we reject it. That doesn't mean I smack it right away. So what do I wait for? I wait for a shift to the downside on smaller time frame to look to short this, right? As you guys can see, we broke on the 15-minute and 30-minute, right? All time frames here. But as you guys can see, once we broke on a smaller time frame, here you just look for downside continuation. So I knew that overnight we had the confirmation on the 15-minute, right? It happened at 5 in the morning, and then in the morning what I looked for was a retracement of that. So if you guys can see, today's 8:30 open, which is like right here. 8:30 open was just a simple retest of this imbalance and retesting this weekly open, right? So as long as it stayed below the weekly open, it was a great sign for continuation lower to target, which was an outside daily that I had here, right? The outside daily. So that's what we targeted today on those sells, and that's why I kept writing it down to larger time frame retest levels. As you guys can see, we're now at the inside daily low. So the full TP hit, but I caught it on NQ. I did catch SPY puts and XPX puts off of ES though. So as you guys can see, same thing, the same thing with NQ, right? A little bit divergence, but what NQ came to do at this point was came to retest the hourly imbalance here, right? And I'm not mistaken, I think it was the optimal, yeah, the hourly imbalance and optimal. And then what I did from there, I waited for a smaller time frame shift on NQ and then looked to short it, which was on the 1 minute here. As you guys can see, we broke below the 1 minute order block here, broke, retested the imbalance here, continuation lower after rejecting the 1 hour optimal. And if you missed that, I told everyone to watch for this 3202 level, and that breaks, we just slide down, and that's exactly what we did. And as you guys can see on the I'll open it up for you guys right here so you guys can see it on the line. I was like, this is a freebie trade, 5 minute breaks 3202, stays below 3200, short it, right? And everyone caught that today, everyone banked. But yeah, it was a break of that for continuation, break of this low for lower, broke, retested, and that was a simple support. The reason I was so confident in NQ to continue lower was because it was lagging behind ES, and ES was leading. And as you guys can see on QQQ as well, here's another confluence on QQ, we broke the 5 minute low as well, and we already retested the daily open, weekly open here, which is the imbalance as well. And then you target the low. So in this situation, a little bit cleaner setup, entry here, risk is high, and your first take profit will be the low day, which is a 1 to 1.9, almost 1 to 2. And realistically, we're targeting this low here, and then we go for the 15-minute low. So you trail your stops and you let your runners run, right? And if you look at SPY, like I said, SPY and ES were leading, so that's the reason I took puts on SPY and XPX today. We broke the 15-minute here, simple support resistance, retest it, continue lower. Every retest kept getting respected on SPY, broke here, retest got respected, never broke above the high, continuation lower. So this was a simple 4-step strategy, the same strategy I used on Friday. Friday's setup was still valid today. I'll show you guys, which was the Asian session lows. Or yeah, let's go larger time frame. So as you guys can see here, this is Monday today. It ended up going to initially the TP we wanted, which is 30,321. That's the longest we were looking for yesterday. It was still valid. We never confirmed a close below on the 4-hour range, which is here. But unfortunately, when you trade, prop firms and you're not swinging positions, then obviously you're gonna have to close out within that same day. So the setup was still valid, but it's just one of those, like, you got to take the L even though you're focusing on a larger time frame. So even though I lost on Friday, the same setup and same process of that same trade I was looking for played out. But then once that TP hit, what was next for me was playing the larger time frame rejection and shift to the downside. So simple 4 steps on larger time frame. Step 1, break. Step 2, order block imbalance. Step 3, the fibs, as you guys saw me draw earlier. And step 4 is just wait for the retest, and then you short it. And then you got to focus on the larger time frames, as I said on on Friday, the larger time frame levels, what I'm really looking for is down into here and here for NQ. But as you guys can see on ES, we hit all of that. ES was completely leading the whole way down today, and we hit that TP. So that is why I ended up taking those trades today. That is how I bounced back from my Friday loss. Like I like to say, I have a 90% win rate. I know that 10% of the time I'm going to lose those trades. So 90% of the time, it gives me that confidence to either size up, hold a little bit longer, or just, you know, scale into my positions when need be. And when I take a loss, it's okay. It happens, you know. And this is a great reminder to tell you guys losses happen, because imagine if I let that loss affect me and tilted on Friday, I lost everything, and today I just made it all back. It's like, cool, I lost. Oh well, I made it back plus some today. So it's about remembering and having a system, having a process, and being super confident in yourself that, hey, this should work out, because my strategy always proves to me that this is a high probability setup. This is a minimal risk trade, so I'm going to take it. And today's PA wasn't the best on NQ, but it was super clean and simple on ES, which made me more confident into that. But yeah, hopefully you guys understood why I took this trade. Hopefully you guys understood why the trade was still valid from Friday to today. And hopefully you guys understood that TP hit. Now I look for the second setup, which was a shorts, because the larger time frame shifted to the downside. But yeah, other than that, see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Take care.